The third program that we're going to use is SwissPDB Viewer. And when you open SwissPDB Viewer, initially it'll present you with this open menu shown here. But we're actually going to import our PDB structure in a different way. So for now we can just say cancel and wait for it to start up. Sometimes it takes a little while. So now we can go to File and Import, and this brings up a menu, the Import menu. And in this way, SwissPDB Viewer is actually very similar to PyMol, where you can enter in the 4-character accession code of the PDB file you want. So for ours, again, it's 3CWM, and then under the Grab from Server option, we can click PDB file. And it has this handy download bar to show us how far we are. And here's our structure again. Now this is just a log window that we don't need right now, so we can just close it. And here's our structure shown here. The thing about SwissPDB Viewer is that it actually only has one representation, so that simplifies things a little bit. And again, we want to see our favorite residues. So to do that, we need to make the control panel visible, which is this panel here on the right-hand side. And if it's not visible, you can just go to the Wind submenu up here and click on Control Panel. That'll bring that up. So before we show our favorite residues, we have to hide all the other residues. So to do that, you go to the Show column in the Control Panel, press Shift and click on that column, and that'll uncheck or hide all the residues. And to pick our favorite ones, we just scroll down. First we need arginine 196, might take a little while. Definitely might take a while. There it is, and we just check this, so that's visible. Next we need lysine 243. That brings us 243. There we go. And arginine 281 again. Sometimes it's just easier to use the sidebar to get where you're going. Almost there, 281, and then the citrate molecule at the very end of the PDB file. Oops, wrong residue. There we go. A nice feature of SwissPDB Viewer is that if you press the equal sign, it centers whatever, either your whole molecule or the selection you have visible. So we'll just press equal, and we get a nice zoomed in view of the selection that we have. But we still want to manipulate this. And to do that, we don't really need mouse buttons so much as the toolbar on the upper left side of the screen here. So right now we're on rotate mode, which is what this curved arrow represents. But there's also scale mode, which you can get by moving the mouse from right to left, bigger to smaller, and also translate mode. So you can just move the structure where you want it. For the last and one of the most interesting features of SwissPDB Viewer, we need to make all the residues seen again. So we go to the control panel and shift-click on the show column, and our whole structure is visible again. And to center it, you can press the equal sign. So we can't color specific residues the color that we want, but we can color them in a pretty helpful way. So to do that, we go to the Color submenu and click on Accessibility. Wait for a minute. And this coloring mode shows the solvent accessibility of the different residues. So the more blue or violet the residues are, the less easily accessible they are. So all of these blue residues in the middle are buried in the core of the protein, while the more green and yellow and orange residues are progressively more solvent exposed. And the cool thing is that if you go to the control panel, you can actually get a color for each of the residues that you see in the crystal structure. So that concludes our tour of the various different structure visualization programs.